Born on February 21st, 1891, Karl King is considered to be one of the greatest composers and bandmasters of all time. This notion is encapsulated through the well over 300 works he composed during his lifetime, with around 180 of those compositions being marches. Some of those titles being Excelsior, Broadway One Step, and the Invictus March. He also wrote the Circus March, Barnum and Bailey's Favorite, which is widely considered to be his most famous composition, with some referring to it as the national anthem of the circus. At the age of 11, however, a young Karl King was taking cornet lessons, and actually used his income as a newspaper carrier to purchase his first instrument. Years later, though, he would end up switching instruments to the baritone, and at the age of 19, he would end up joining a circus band as a musician, playing baritone, a career he would stay in for almost a decade. Throughout that time, King continued to write music, an endeavor that he started shortly before joining the circus. And it was actually during his time as a circus musician with Barnum and Bailey's Greatest Show on Earth that he composed his piece, Barnum and Bailey's Favorite. Towards the end of his decade-long career in the circus, King would end up becoming a band leader himself, with a couple of the different circuses he toured with as a baritone player. Ultimately though, in 1919, Karl King left the circus and returned home to Canton, Ohio for a short while before moving to Fort Dodge, Iowa in 1920. King would end up planting roots in Iowa, where he assumed leadership of the Fort Dodge Municipal Band and operated his own music publishing company, Karl King Music House. Under his leadership and direction, the Fort Dodge Band became a nationally recognized ensemble, even being nicknamed King's Band. His compositions also continued to be a cornerstone of what he did on a daily basis, even taking a special interest in writing music specifically for school music programs. Karl King was also a member of the American Bandmasters Association, an organization that existed to discuss the problems in the band profession as well as promote new concert band music. King attended the very first annual convention in 1930 and was even president of the organization from 1938 to 1939. King would live in Fort Dodge, Iowa for the remainder of his life, ultimately passing away on February 19, 1971. And although Karl King is not celebrated to the same extent as, say, a John Philip Sousa, his impact on the band repertoire through his compositions and the profession as a whole through the ABA is not something that goes unnoticed. The very band he led for decades, the Fort Dodge Municipal Band, even renamed their ensemble the Karl King Municipal Band, in honor of his time as their director. All of this and more cements King's legacy as one of the most impactful bandmasters and composers in music history. To watch more Composer Profile, make sure you click one of the videos on the left side of your screen to learn more about some of the best composers in the band and orchestra community. And hey, if you want to see more content like this, then click the profile icon on the right side of your screen to subscribe to the channel. That way you never miss another video.